friends, so I've realized I never showed you our apartment, and so I'm going to change that right now by giving you a quick little tour of a 2-bedroom apartment at Vista Way. I'm going to start by, like I said, showing you around and wrapping it up with a review based on my personal opinion from being here the last few months. So to start it off, like Vanellope says, welcome to our home. This is Vista Way. So right here we have our front door, very magical. And right next to it we have our front closet where we have been storing common needs, jackets, and food, because with 4 of us we accumulate a lot of groceries and need the storage space. Then we come on in and we've got our living area. Disney supplied us with the couch and the end tables. Over here we brought our own lamp for extra lighting that is currently being used as our Christmas tree. I also brought these end tables over here because I wanted to utilize the end tables that Disney supplied us with as end tables. So I brought these to use to house our TV, DVD player, and Xbox. Right over here in our living area is our shared space. We got a desk and chair. The internet hookup is right over here. And this is the space where anything that we need to share with each other, we put it right over here. So we got our bucket list, blackout dates, Post-it notes to each other, Olaf hanging up, of course, and we also have a whiteboard. This is one thing that I would highly suggest you getting with your roommates, because this way you can have a calendar and know who is working, what times, what days, things like that, or remind each other that graduation or formal or a birthday is coming up. It has been very handy because if there are days that I am off, I can just quickly look at this and see, oh, Shannon and Jess are working, I'll go visit them at the Magic Kingdom. So highly suggest getting a whiteboard. Very, very helpful. Coming in over here, we've got our kitchen table, laptops not included, but right in here we have our kitchen. Now yes, it does look a little tiny, but one thing to be considering when you're choosing where you're going to live during your Disney College program is how often are you going to be in your apartment. I'm going to go into that a little bit later, but let's look at the kitchen. So we've got a fridge that even when it is open, there's still plenty of room for me to move around. See, look, I can fit. Awesome. We have a oven. I was like, what's the word? It's been a long day. We have an oven, microwave, and a dishwasher. Disney supplied us with some utensils, as well as some of these utensils they supplied, some are ours. There's a few things in here that they supplied, not enough to really go into detail and show you, but we got some pots and pans that they supplied us with, as well as bowls and cups and plates. So there's that stuff. If you are a coffee person, make sure you bring your own coffee stuff, as well as a toaster if you're going to need one of those. And just to show you, this is all of the space we have for food. So that's probably the one thing I would change about this apartment. And again, I will go into that a little bit later, but that's why we are utilizing our front closet for food space. I'm gonna turn off those and come show you mine and Laura's room. Right over there is where Jess and Shannon live. They've got the same exact setup as us, so I'm just gonna show you one room. So here's the front door. Right next to it is where Laura and I live. So come on in. This is my bed. Of course, Snow White, because she's my favorite. One thing I would highly suggest about the beds is getting a nice, good mattress pad. That's all I'm going to say about that. You're going to love yourself later for getting one. I also got bed risers to help with storage space. I found it very handy because all of my suitcases are under there, as well as some other things. It just maximizes the storage space in the apartment. Also, Disney supplies us with nightstands that come with 2 drawers in it. So again, we both get one. There's Laura's, there's mine. We also both get a corkboard, so there's mine, there's Laura's. Decorate it as you will. I just wanted to show off some things that I've got on here. Got my postcard, my Earning My Ears that I already showed you before, an awesome paper plane that my fiance sent me, as well as a pin collection that I've been working on, which I don't think I've talked to you about, so quick detour. I have started collecting pins based on the characters that I have worked with. I'm a little behind just because there are some that are very hard to find in the parks, like The Incredibles. Who would think that The Incredibles would be a hard pin to find, but apparently it is. Boo. Anyway, so I'm going to show these off real quick. So I've got Pinocchio to represent Gideon, Donald Duck, Vanellope and Ralph, Stitch and Minnie, Mickey and Daisy, Pluto, Mike and Sully, Phineas and Ferb, Lotso, Sophia the First, Doc McStuffins, Jake, Flynn, Rapunzel, and Goofy. And the rest are just pins because I like them. So if you follow me on Instagram, you might have already seen those, but a lot of you don't, so I thought I'd show you. Moving right along. So then we have this nice dresser set right here. So we each get 3 drawers. There's a mirror here for us to use. This is my side, obviously, with the Snow White mug and Chip mug and Vinylmations and all sorts of other stuff. And then one of the best parts about the room is the fact that we have 2 sinks. So if by chance we are both up and running at the same time, we have 2 spots to do it. So we've got a sink over here with cabinets underneath, a little shelving unit right here for stuff, as well as a medicine cabinet with shelving. And then right in here we've got our actual bathroom with, whoops, I've lived here how many months and I still get that wrong. We've got cabinets underneath, toilet, and then our bathroom right here. We have shelves in the bath unit, and we actually don't have a tub. Jess and Shannon have a tub, but we don't. But we chose this. We kind of liked it this way. And then last thing to show you in the room is our walk-in closet. It's a little dirty, but oh well. So there's shelves right here. We both have a locker. So make sure you bring a lock for any valuables that you might have. There's also some storage space up top, as well as tons of room for clothes and storage space below. So I've got a shoe rack. That's where my other shoe rack was before we moved it to the closet. Laundry basket. And then the same for Laura. There's a little bit less space because she's got the lockers, but it works out. Most of the time you are wearing your costume, so we really don't need this many clothing items. But since I legitimately moved here, I needed the clothes, and I didn't think I'd have the space for it all. But I miraculously made all of it fit here and in my drawer. So lots of space. I can confirm that. There's a lot of space. So that is our apartment. Okay, so truth time. I personally have loved living here at Vista Way. I knew coming into it that there were a lot of negative ideas and rumors about it. You know, whenever somebody asks you where you live and you say Vista Way, they're like, ooh, there's just this like sense about it that, oh, you live at Vista Way. Well, I am going to just say that Vista Way is what you make of it. If you are going to be that party person, then that is going to be your perception. If you're going to be a homebody like myself, where after work I come home, make dinner, watch TV, and just relax, that is going to be your perception. Just be prepared. It is a college apartment setting. And this happens not just here, but at Commons and Chatham and Patterson. All of them have the same issues, just for some reason Vista Way gets talked about more. So again, it is what you make of it. A lot of other things that people say about it is the fact that it's old. And the way I like to think about it is that it is the first Disney College Program apartment. So to me, it is considered a classic. Another classic here at Walt Disney World is the Peter Pan attraction. So a classic attraction. It is considered old. And people are still willing to wait 90 plus minutes for it. So we can survive with what is old. Same goes for the apartment. Yes, there are some nicer furnishings. I'm good with words. There could be nicer appliances or cabinets, but really, do you need it? Is something to think about when you're considering where you're going to live. You're going to be paying for something that you're not really going to spend a lot of time in, honestly, because you are working or you are playing in the parks or you're doing this or that. Like, you really don't spend that much time in your apartment except for sleeping. So, again, just something to consider. Do you want to be paying for something that you're not in? And that goes for size. Like I was saying earlier, the kitchen, it is a little tiny, but at most there's 2 of us in the kitchen at the same time because our schedules are just that off. So that is the perfect size kitchen besides the storage space for food. That would be something I would change about this apartment. I wish there was like another shelf, maybe just even right over there where that Disney bag is. But there's not, so that's why we're utilizing the closet space. So yes, it's a little tiny, but again, your schedules are going to be so crazy because of work that you can survive. Same goes for the bedroom. The only time I see Laura really is when I am waking up and getting ready for work and she's still sleeping. So it's nice to have the two sinks, but most of the time we're not up at the same time, or we're not trying to juggle around the closet, or it's a decent sized space. So again, just consider that. Do you want to be paying for something that maybe is square footage wise technically smaller, but how much time are you going to be spending in it? So, and I'm not trying to say that, oh my gosh, if you don't like Vista Way, like that's not what I'm saying. I'm just trying to give you another way to look at it and consider that it really isn't as bad as people say. I think the only other thing I would possibly change about this apartment is the fact that laundry is something we have to pay for additionally. Each building has a washer and dryer. I think there's either 3 or 4 on the first floor, so it is very convenient. It's just the fact that we have to pay for it is just something I wish we didn't have to do. It is $1.25 per load, so it's not terrible. I did it throughout college, so I survived. It's just since most of the time laundry is our costume, I wish we didn't have to pay for it. And yes, I know there's the option to take it to costuming and have them wash it, but when you find a costume that's fitting and perfect, you don't want to give it up, so you end up washing it yourself. So that is the only other thing I think I would change. So in this case, I believe Commons is the one that has the washer and dryer. That would be nice. But otherwise, we live in the back of the property. It's nice and quiet back here. We always have parking. We're in the back, but it only takes probably like 3 minutes to walk to the bus stop. So it's not terrible. Like I said, I have thoroughly enjoyed it. I am very happy with my experience here. And I hope that maybe you guys watching this, if this is your hunt for information about Vista Way, I hope you have maybe reconsidered it a little bit, because 2 of my roommates wanted to live in Chatham, I think. I don't remember, but they were like, we don't know about Vista Way, and we've been fine. Again, you are going to be enjoying your college program doing the Disney things, like working or playing. So I think you can survive for the few months. But again, choose where you'd like to live and have an amazing program. Or if you're just watching this to see where I live, again, welcome to my home. This has been where I've been living. And I think that's all I need to say. If you have any questions about Vista Way or want to learn anything else, please let me know. I am happy to answer. But until then, I will say see you real soon. Bye, guys.